Holla, holla, holla. What's up, guys? Today I'm bringing you a Halo Reach How to Be Good at Cage. I know Cage is a really hard match to play, or map to play in general, because it's very small. It's kind of like the, I don't know, I would compare it kind of to like Rust, because especially on like a team game, it can get really campy, and like, basically what it becomes is a standoff between two people. Or two teams, but I mean it could be people too, which is what happens in this game. This area right here is the area that I like to play most. This is a Slayer, just free-for-all with DMRs, so right out of the gate I decided to just hold down this side of the map. This is the area I like to go because I feel like this area gets you the most traffic. And so basically, well, we have a host migration here. Basically, I just like to patrol this area and look for kills. I don't run around a lot on this level because the problem is if you're really aggressive on Cage, you're going to get shot from like different levels, I guess you would say. That is a huge problem in this map. That's why I tend to be more stationary when I play on it, because you see those guys that were running around in the middle, what happens is I'm able to kill both of them, and that happens to me a lot if I'm playing like they are. So instead of, you know, when I first got this game, that's a lot, I was just basically playing really aggressive and running around trying to get kills. But as I started to learn the maps more, I realized that I can't really do that on this map. You can't really do that on a lot of maps, and really this is the best strategy for this map in general, is to just kind of hang up on this side. Because basically what you have is, I call this Lagoon Top. Basically what you have over here is you have the health pack for, you know, if you get low on health. You have a DMR that sits to your left of the health pack to reload your ammo when you run out, and that's crucial because that is your main weapon. So if you don't have any ammo, you're not really going to get very far. You also have a good viewpoint of the man cannon that's over here to the left. It's behind me as I speak, and as you see, that guy was so cheap. He would just sit there with his invisibility. Since there's no radar in this, he would just sit with his invisibility on that corner up there and just wait for people to, you know, come around the corner so he could stick them. Yeah, he was a real cool guy. But if you've noticed, when I try to always like just drift back towards the spot, when I do that, I always come up this way. That's because if you try to come up that way, you're really vulnerable to, you know, just, you don't really have a good angle on them. So I always tend to come up the man cannon side, just because that's the way I like to go. But like I said, this side in general has a lot of good viewpoints. You can see the man cannon from up here. You have your ammo, you have your health. You can see the center, and you can see that far, I guess you would call it building, which I'm kind of looking at now in a distance. You have a good viewpoint of that, and you also, to your right, you can have a pretty good advantage of people coming up that way. Like I said, that's why I don't like to come that way, because basically they can get a bunch of free shots on you before you even really have a view on them. So that's one of the reasons why I sit up here. I mean, a lot of people might call this camping. I call it patrolling. Camping is when you sit right where I'm at right now and just sit with your invisibility and wait for people to come around the corner like that one guy was doing. But he is actually the only person who really gives me a fight in this game. Towards the end, I'm going to get a lot of really weak deaths that just really made me mad, because this could have easily been like a 5 death game, but I make one stupid suicide on accident, and then I have another stupid death, which you'll see when we get to it. But basically what I'm doing is, you see I'm just sitting here and I'm waiting for people to come into this area. It's so high traffic that you can get a lot of kills. And when I'm shooting the DMR, I don't know, my personal strategy is, I know I've taken some heat for this before, because I told somebody that's how I use it, and they're like, well, that's a stupid way to do it. But what I do is I don't shoot for the head until after 3 shots. So I'll shoot the body, and once I know that I've gotten his shields down enough, I'll start aiming for the head, because if you're shooting for the body or for the head at the get-go, you're going to miss a lot of shots. It's a lot easier to hit the body, because hitting the head and hitting the body when they have their shields up is just exactly the same. So it's kind of pointless to aim for an area that doesn't have, you know, as high as hit ratio, I guess you would say. It's harder to hit. That's why I aim for the body on my first 3 shots, then I start going for the head. As a general rule, I'll do that. Sometimes I'll have to mix it up depending on, you know, the situation, I guess you would say. But you notice I'm going to get a lot of double kills in that in this match. That's because I'm being really timely about it. me having this position over here makes it really easy for me to just get involved in like a one-on-one situation with some of these guys. Or see, like this guy, he's able to capitalize on the fact that we're fighting down here and he gets a double kill, the Mr. Invisibility. That's what I tend to do on a Slayer game type like this. I just look for I listen for gunshots and I look for bullet trails and stuff like that, and then once I see that, I'm able to analyze who is winning the gunfight, and then I'll aim for that guy. Like I knew that guy had less shields, so I shoot him and then finish off the other guy. And here comes my suicide, or well, it's technically not a suicide, it's just a bad play on my part. Jump off the edge there, but I kind of analyze who is the weakest out of the bunch when when two people are fighting, and I aim for that person and hope that I can get that kill. And then I worry about the other person after that, because usually if they're fighting, if they're fighting each other, they're not going to really be concerned with you if you start shooting at them, because they won't really know what's going on. You see me get a nice double melee there, but that's one of the other things I've noticed about this game. It's really easy to get double melees. Like I get another one here, and that's like one of the deaths I was talking about, is the ties. I mean, you could tie a lot in Halo 3, but it seems like you tie a ton in this game. And when I say tie, I mean like you both get the kill. Like you saw earlier when I was fighting a guy that was kind of in the position I was, I got a DMR tie on him. Like I don't know how I didn't get this guy right on top of that grenade, but I got a DMR tie on the guy. Like I shot him in the face, and then he shot me in the face at the same time. I mean, that's more realistic than the double pummel, which I don't really understand. I'm gonna get another coming up here. Another double pummel. As you see, this guy is being very timely and jumping down on people, but I guess this is winding up. I hope you guys like this little format. I thought it'd be cool to put my medals and stuff on here, but this is just one of the ways I play Cage. I mean, it's nothing groundbreaking, but I mean, it's a sound strategy that, I mean, I get over a 2 KD in this game, which deaths aren't really that big of a deal in just Slayer, but I will see you guys next time. Peace.
5 minutes remaining.